Hello everyone and welcome to my BNB Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribes button and gives this video a thumbs up. At the Cliff house, Steffy tells Finn she's pleased he's home. He laments about it being too many double shifts lately. She says she finally gets to hear whatever it is he wanted to tell her the other day. Yeah. There's some news. And it's life-changing. It's weighing on him and asks whether it has to do with a patient. He says it's personal. Something about his background. About a woman from my past. Finn claims he pushed this out of his mind a long time ago. It was easier not to acknowledge it. That worked for him for many years but not anymore. Now he has to deal with it. We both do. Guesses it's not someone she knows. Finn says she's actually gone to their residence. Steffy frowns. We're talking about someone you slept with. Right. Finn nods. He was 18. She was older. Steffy asks, and I know her? Finn says Steffy asks. Steffy gasps. Finn nods. Yeah. At Bill's apartment, Luna flips through a magazine and then fanned herself with it. Bill appears but has no news about the AC. She claims it's still better there than in prison, which is where her mom and everyone else still thinks she is. At the hospital, Poppy flashbacks to Finn saying he's going to tell Steffy that Luna's his daughter. Lee walks in and Poppy had a tear. She asks, "What is it, Penelope? What's happening on?" She asks if she's sick. Her sister says, "Not physically. Poppy just isn't in a good place." Lee thinks she knows why. Because of Luna. She tells her sister she wants to be the one she confides in. He can trust her again. Lee knows she doesn't deserve it, but it feels they're on the right path again. Poppy cries, "Yeah, it does." Lee laments not being more supportive to her and Luna. Maybe lives wouldn't have been lost. And Finn wouldn't dislike his cousin. Poppy advises Lee that it's no use lingering on the past. Lee claims she had no right accusing her of having an affair within her roof. She could never do such an ugly, disgusting thing. "Will you ever be able to forgive me at IL?" Sheila asks what Remy's doing there. He's hoping to get his job back. Sheila informs him they know what he done. Remy believes it was a momentary lapse. Sheila thinks she's in no place to judge. Remy asks, "You're no saint either?" Sheila will only admit she's had her moments. She's reformed. Remy wonders if it means she'll give him another chance. She says she would, but she doubts Deacon will. Sheila informs Remy that Electra's lover is Hope's cousin. "You're out of luck." Behind them, Bill arrives. Sheila informs him that's Will's dad, and he always wrecks the moment. Bill goes over and snaps about his takeout order. Sheila thinks he's snarlier than normal. Bill says that his AC is gone and everyone is booked for weeks. Remy asks, "Have you replaced the filter?" Bill doesn't do that and says his house manager isn't available at the moment. Remy would be pleased to help. "I got ya. Sheila begs Bill to hire and claims he was a fantastic worker there. Remy frowns in her general way but goes along with it. Bill informs Remy that Sheila vouching for him would ordinarily take him off the list, but he's desperate. He'll think about it. Bill goes off and Remy says, "Who's Dario?" Sheila whispers, "You are." Remy. "I'm sure that's on Bill's radar as some type of weirdo. I'm sure Will's told him everything." She informs him that Bill is one of the wealthiest men in Los Angeles. That could be the opportunity you're looking for. Dario. Remy grins. Sheila gets Bill's takeaway and Remy questions why she's helping him. Sheila perhaps sees a piece of herself in his cheeky side. Remy's flattered. Sheila says, "Are you a mass murderer?" Bill interrupts just then and invites Remy to come and fix the AC. Remy stammers, "Sure, yeah." Bill growls, "Let's go." Sheila shoos Remy, who follows Spencer out of the diner. At Bill's apartment, Luna clutches a framed photo of Will and smiles. After a while, Bill comes in and urges her to make herself scarce. A person has come to fix the AC. Luna hides and observes as Bill lets Remy in and pays him. Remy gawps. It's $500. Bill tells him he's also purchasing his discretion. Just do the job and leave by the service gate. He doesn't want to talk about it or see anything. Remy nods. Bill goes to take business calls and Remy wanders about, loving the place. Luna strolls out and says, "Couldn't help but overhear. Are you here to fix the AC?" He says he is. She's relieved. It's been hot and boring. Remy asks, "Do I know you?" Luna doesn't think so. Remy remembers she's the Forrester intern who committed a double homicide. "Is that you?" At the Cliff home, Steffi gawps, "Poppy. Your aunt." Finn. "My God, your aunt?" She had to have known what she was doing. Finn maintains he knew what he was doing. Steffi argues that 18 is still incredibly young. She's very sad he had to go through that. She goes over Poppy not being biologically related, but what she did to him was so unforgivable. "I'm so sorry." She takes him in her arms. Steffi assures her hubby she's there for him, whatever he wants, whatever he needs. She feels for him, hurts for him, and is upset at Poppy for taking advantage of him. Steffi assumes he was young and had an innocent crush. Poppy was doing a lot of drugs back then, but what she did was terrible. Her sister adopts you and then she... No wonder Luna turned out the way she did. She repeats what Luna did and says the disease is in their veins. Steffi assures Finn they'll get through this and it won't affect anything about them. Finn grimaces and scratches his face. There's more to the story. He informs her, "There's something that I have to tell you, and it's something that you're not going to want to hear." The moment of truth finally arrives in Soaps.com's latest The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 24th, through Friday, February 28th. In other words, Finn admits to Steffi that he slept with Aunt Poppy just long enough ago for Luna to be his surprise daughter. And just when you'd think it couldn't get any worse for the couple, Remy deduces who Bill's house guest Luna is, and Deacon has reason to suspect that Sheila is fixating on Finn again. But the news isn't all awful. Not for everybody anyhow. Ridge does a metaphorical happy dance about the idea of taking back control of Forrester Creations. Get the dirt on these teasers and a whole lot more below. Steffi Forrester stood frozen in the dimly lit hallway of her Malibu cliffside home, the sound of the crashing waves below barely registering in her ears. The words she had just overheard echoed in her mind, each syllable stabbing into her like a dagger. "Finn, we had something real. You can't deny that." Poppy's voice was soft, almost pleading. John Finnegan let out a heavy sigh, his back turned to the woman he once shared an intimate history with. "Poppy, that was a long time ago. I love Steffi." But Steffi wasn't listening to Finn's reassurances. Her mind had already latched onto Poppy's words that carried a weight she hadn't seen coming. She took a step forward, her high heels clicking against the wooden floor, drawing the attention of both Finn and Poppy. "What did you just say?" Steffi's voice was eerily calm, yet her eyes burned with betrayal and disbelief. Finn turned quickly, his expression filled with panic. "Steffi, listen." "No," she cut him off, her gaze shifting to Poppy. "What did you mean by something real?" Her voice cracked slightly, though she masked it with anger. Poppy hesitated, her perfectly manicured nails gripping the edges of her silk shawl. She cast Finn a glance, then straightened her posture. "Finn and we were together. A long time ago before you." Steffi inhaled sharply, her nails digging into her palms. She had known Finn had a past. Of course he did. But something about the way Poppy spoke, the way she looked at Finn, made Steffi's stomach twist in knots. "How long ago?" Her voice was barely above a whisper. Finn exhaled, running a hand